It's not my fault. All right, we'll go immediately again. Chapter 11. Careful with this one that is part of a multiple choice with this one. Okay? Multiple choice, what I will do is to erase one of these particular definition and I will put the other two over there. Malays, careful with this one multiple choice and one that pay attention to these two lines. If you remember those two lines, which cell belong to which areas, you will not be confused with this particular question. Okay, careful with those two lines. Then multiple choice, exactly what I told you. I will put one from here to here, or I will put one point to here, meaning I will do except questions over there. This one, I think in 2 or 4, meaning there is a 50% possibility that somebody will see this question. Then I will remove this one out. I remove this one out. I remove this one out. But careful with leukopenia. Question over here, multiple choice. Anemia is another question, multiple choice, 1 of 4. Thrombocytopenia, I am not have any interest right now. Questions about that with the others. The same thing happens over here, and we will with that later. Now, the combinations of the treatment, I will not go with this, but I told you about the chemotherapy. Chemotherapy, we have 3 particular questions. One that include this slide with the 17. This make a one multiple choice, 1 of 4. The next one is a multiple choice by himself. And then the other kind of question that goes 16. Okay? Multiple choice. 3 different questions from chemotherapy. Now, believe it or not, we are reaching where we were before. This one is out. This one is out. I don't have any interest right now about that. And the same with transplantation. And this one, I promise you, exactly what I told you before, that the nurses to be need to identify an anemia like a thunder, meaning you have a multiple choice over here. I think this is a 2 for 4 because I'm pretty sure there is 2 different questions related to this particular PowerPoint. And believe it or not, I am more or less in the same place that I left behind. Moving on. Again, I decided to remove this one out, but sooner or later, I will go with these particular ones because are important in some particular treatment in a particular disease. One question that is coming is this one, and it's a true or false. In one, in a multiple choice in other one. I will put over here exactly like that, a blank. Most common complication on both diseases process and diagnostic treatment protocol is, and then I will put a bunch of nonsense over there. Obviously, pain is the answer to that question. Okay? Meaning multiple choice, 1 of 4, and somebody will see it as a true or false, 1 of 4. Okay? Moving on. You have a pain over there and have basically treat pain. Damage to the epithelial cell from radiation, chemotherapy. More or less everybody have an idea what's going on over here. That's why I will not go with this. Myeloid neoplasm. Careful with this one. There is a true or false in one question. On one quiz, I mean. In this one, careful with this one because what I did is exactly what I did with chemotherapy. This one and this one, 28 and 29, do a multiple choice in another test. See, it's the beautiful thing to have many material because I can become creative, like a Da Vinci. Now, we are reaching the common myeloproliferative diseases. You have the famous chronic myeloid leukemia, polycythemia vera, and the essential thrombocytopenia. Do I will do a question about this one in particular? No, but I have question for everything you see over there, meaning that the next particular slides will start to pull out question. Forget about this one. Obviously, most of these things we will see in CBC. That is the first red flag that we will see in the patient history when we start to see those abnormalities in the results. But I will not ask you something from this one. The slide 30, no. This is more like an introduction, but I will ask this one when we reach to them. This one is out. Myeloid syndrome, AML, careful with this one. The reason that I tell you careful with this one is because I subtract something from this particular slide to build another multiple choice. And that other multiple choice is this one. Meaning I put something from here and here. And this is a multiple choice. I think 2 tests of 4 will see the multiple choice. And you need to be extremely careful because I like to change anything there. Okay? The other multiple choice is this one. What I did now is that I took this one, the previous one again, and I put them with this one. Meaning that I have at least 2 to 3 questions related to the same concept. Okay? Careful with that. The other question that you will see, I decide to remove this one out. The symptoms are out. The other now is this one. Careful with this one. This one is a multiple choice, 1 of 4. Okay? This one, obviously, need to include the next one. Careful with the first bullet only. Meaning that the previous one and this one create a multiple choice. The other question that you will see in the test is about acute myeloid leukemia. And here, what I did was I subtract these two to build my multiple choice with the pathogenesis and clinical manifestation. Meaning, careful with that, it's a multiple choice that includes the previous one and this one. I disregard the next one because we will see these fellows in another life, not now. Okay? That's why this one in particular is not coming. Now, from this one in particular, just I need to tell you that common infection site, careful with this, because there is a true or false in one quiz related to that sentence. Okay? This is a multiple choice in another particular test. Again, goes with the next one too, meaning multiple choice, 1 of 4. Okay? You don't need to go with the 2 phases, just with the first bullet for the multiple choice. Immediately with the treatment, forget about treatment because I already give you the famous questions of complete remission and chemotherapy, and we enter to the lymphoid neoplasm. This one in particular, just careful with the definitions. 43, yes. I am here. This is the previous one. The previous one is out. The previous to that one, just the first bullet because goes with the previous one with this one. 43, and the first bullet of 44 is what make the multiple choice. Oh my goodness, they went to the restroom. Now, 38. Yes, this one is coming with the previous one. 37 and 38 goes together. This one, the first two, 39 with 40. Okay? The 41 is out. 42, I just tell you the last bullet over here. 43, all that fell completely with the first bullet of 44. The prognosis over here, I tell you, forget about this. Welcome. And I told you, because this is a repetition, careful with those definitions. Question, what this means? What WHO means? Anybody can tell me? Good, good. Pay attention to them because this is the one that basically are found the coronavirus, just in case. Now, these subcategories of B cells and T cells and natural killers, I decided to remove it away. But in chronic leukemia, this is another multiple choice, meaning this is part of the multiple choice, meaning 48 and 49 complete the multiple choice. Meaning careful with these bullets and the previous one. This, and this. I like to play with the percentage. I like to play with the cells. I like to play even with the chronic. I can say acute instead of chronic. Meaning you need to pay attention to that. In this one, not. In the prognosis and treatment, not. And then we reach to the famous acute lymphoblastic leukemia. That is very important because this is another multiple choice, 1 of 4. Again, exactly like the previous one, I like to take the first two with 53. I will go. Normally, what I do over here is to take these two with the previous one. Okay? Multiple choice, 2 of 4. Yes, that is correct with the previous slide. In the pathogenesis and clinical manifestation, this particular one is out. The prognosis over here, I decided to remove this one out. The same happens with this one. Now, preview alert. This is a multiple choice exactly like that. This one in 2 of 4, multiple choice. Exactly like that. Okay? In one of the changes that I did to the question is I eliminate something from there. I think I was this line I eliminated out, and then I put something from here in that particular slide, meaning these two do the multiple choice. Okay? Again, 2 of 4 multiple choice, 58 and 59. But it's exactly like that. The majority of the information is coming from this one. Which bullet out? Okay, the median. And then I include something from here. 57 is out. 56 is out. 55 is out. Okay. Pay attention. I cannot go back and forward. Now, multiple myeloma is a multiple choice. Multiple choice. Multiple choice. Multiple choice. multiple choice. Okay, careful with this one. Again, 58 and 59 do a question. I say it. These two do a question. What I removed was 60. 61 is a multiple choice. Okay. The next one, I remove this one out. 62 is out. The pathogenesis over here, staying careful with the second bullet. Staying careful with the second bullet. 104, multiple choice. These particular slides that do a multiple choice include this fellow, this particular bullet. Careful with the Benz-Jones protein because this is very characteristic for the malignant plasma cells, okay? Careful with this. This one is out. This one is out. Also, this one, 67, is also out. I didn't ask about this one particular because I have a lot of diseases in the next other chapters, meaning this one is out. Also, this one is out. In the pathogenesis here of the multiple myeloma, you see over here that we need to talk about kidney. That is the reason that I didn't include it right now in this particular quiz, and that's why I removed them out. The prognosis and treatment, again, the same thing, scenario, out, and also out. Now, what is coming in is Hodgkin. Over here, the forgiveness, multiple choice, and this one is in 3 or 4. Meaning that almost everybody will see this question. Okay. Well, right now. Okay. Maybe somebody have an accident somewhere. What else? Oh my God. It's a bad Friday for some people. All right. This include this particular slice too, because I need to include that this is very characteristic. Also, there is it's a true or false in different tests, meaning that every test will see a similar question from here. All right. Let me see there's a problem over here. Okay. You can hear me? Okay, perfect. No, I am losing now some kind of connection. I will stay over here. Meanwhile, I have that signal. When they have some kind of problem of connection, uh, slide until the signal come out. Let me see. 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 Okay. Some people already can start to listen better. All right. Apparently, I'm coming back. Don't worry. Meanwhile, if interruption happens, I will remain in the same slide until I have the system back. Okay. All right. Yes. In this one, In this one, I will go back. This one is a particular multiple choice. This multiple choice also includes some of this one over here. Okay? Now, 75, this is the one that there is several true or false over here for the different tests. Careful with this one because there is different particular true or false inside of those categories. Okay? Okay, let's see something here. All right. In the next one, 76, careful with this slide, with this bullet over here. Meaning you have 95, that is the classical type, and the rare type, 5%. Careful with that. That different over there. Because that is the two types of Hodgkin disease that you can see. The next one over here, yes, I have a multiple choice that basically breaks down that bullet and do it as a multiple choice, 1 of 4. Okay? Pathogenesis and clinical manifestation, forget about this one. This one is out. This one is out. And also this one is out. Now, in jumping to 83, this one is in. That is the other questions over there. And this one, 3 person will see this 1 of 4. Some people could see only the non-Hodgkin, people can see only the Hodgkin, meaning that I suggest to study both because you don't know which one you will see. Careful with this one, this is a multiple choice. In this one, that is the following on non-Hodgkin, this one is out. I will not go with this one. In the manifestation, careful with this one, the last two. There is a true or false and a multiple choice in another test related to these particular bullets, meaning 1 of 4 in one, true or false, and 1 of 4 multiple choice in the other one. Moving on. The pathogenesis, forget about one in non-Hodgkin. The same thing happens over here, out. I will never go with the stages, not yet. And believe it or not, the treatment and prognosis over there, I didn't ask you this one either also, meaning that chapter 11 is out. I will stop the recording